See this guy, Hollywood legend, action hero, an icon. But what if I told you the man who gave us Rocky Balboa was once so broke, so desperate, he had to sell his own dog just to survive? This isn't a movie plot. This is the real-life story of Sylvester Stallone, a story of pain, perseverance, and a fighting spirit that just wouldn't quit. He lived the Rocky story long before the world ever saw it on screen. Stallone's life started with a fight. Born in New York in 1946, complications during his birth severed a nerve, leaving the left side of his face partially paralyzed. This gave him his signature slurred speech and drooping lip. Growing up wasn't easy. He was bullied relentlessly for the way he looked and spoke. When he decided he wanted to be an actor, the industry was just as cruel. Casting directors would literally laugh him out of the room. You can't be an actor. They'd say your face is weird. You talk funny. Go do something else. He was rejected hundreds, maybe thousands of times. To make ends meet, he did everything. He cleaned lion cages at the zoo, worked as a bouncer, and took any odd job he could find. Every single day was a battle. He'd go to auditions, get told no, and go back to a dead-end job, feeling the weight of failure. But here's the thing about Stallone, every no just fueled his fire. He refused to let their rejection become his reality. He kept writing, kept auditioning, kept believing that one day, one person would say yes. But before that yes came, life pushed him to the absolute edge. He hit rock bottom, and it was brutal. He was so broke he became homeless, sleeping for 3 weeks in a New York City bus station. He was starving, cold, and completely alone. Well, not completely. He had his best friend, his bull mastiff named Butkus, but one day the hunger was too much. He stood outside a liquor store trying to sell his dog. A man offered him $25. With tears streaming down his face, Stallone handed over his only friend. He said it was like selling a part of his soul. Imagine that. Selling the one living thing that loves you unconditionally, just so you can eat. That's how low life took him. Then, one night, something shifted. Stallone was watching a boxing match between the great Muhammad Ali and a journeyman fighter named Chuck Wepner. Wepner was getting absolutely destroyed by Ali, but he just wouldn't stay down. He kept getting up, absorbing punishment, and fighting back. He went nearly 15 rounds with the greatest of all time. Stallone was mesmerized. He saw himself in Wepner the underdog with all heart and no quit. A fire lit inside him. He raced home and, in a furious, 3-day writing binge, he poured all his pain, all his struggle, and all his hope onto the page. He wrote Rocky. This wasn't just a story to him, it was his story. He started shopping the script around Hollywood, and unbelievably, the studios loved it. But there was a catch. They wanted the script, but they didn't want him. They pictured a big star like Robert Redford. A studio offered him what was then a life-changing $125,000 for the script. Stallone, who had less than $100 to his name, said no. The studio refused. Stallone had just turned down a fortune for a principal. But then, a miracle. The producers came back. They made a deal. The rest is history. Rocky became a global phenomenon. It was the highest-grossing film of 1976 and won the Academy Award for Best Picture. Sylvester Stallone became a superstar overnight. From sleeping in a bus station to walking the red carpet at the Oscars. He proved that it doesn't matter where you start or how many times you get knocked down. All that matters is that you get back up one more time than you fall, because sometimes the underdog wins. If this story inspired you, hit that like button and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching.